Baby! Hello everyone, welcome to Bayern Now, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. It's the day after Bayern Munich smashed Chelsea down, pumped them down to reclaim that throne as kings of London. Ladies and gentlemen, right, now we're facing Barcelona on Friday. That's going to be huge. In 5 days' time, we will be facing Lionel Messi FC. It's going to be a big game. It's going to be huge. Right, and people are definitely going to understand how big the game is. Look, it's 90 minutes of play, and whichever team wins, they come out on top. But can Bayern Munich overcome that hurdle? And are the players ready? The players travel to Portugal today, and I think they are. I think they're going to understand what's at stake. Robert Lewandowski looks motivated. Thomas Muller looks motivated. Gnabry looks motivated. Each and every single player in that squad has something to prove. The likes of Coutinho would like to leave a mark at Bayern. They'd like to leave something that people can remember them for in the future. Look, it's Barcelona, but it's still a big game. They still have players like Messi. They still have good players. But there's a reason why they're not champions of La Liga. It's not because Real Madrid is just this brilliant team. It's because Barcelona have faced a few issues, especially defensively and also attacking wise. You never consider Barcelona are struggling to score goals, but they are. Messi is pretty much their only goal scorer, especially with Suarez being injured, but Messi's their only real creator in that team. Barcelona struggle, and I think Bayern Munich can exploit that. Hansi Flick will be looking at games where Barcelona have won and also lost and looking to see what he can do against them. It's basically Bayern's 11 versus Lionel Messi and his 2 feet. It's going to be that crazy of a game. Messi, right, he can change a game. He can pretty much win that game for Barcelona. But we also have players that can win a game for us too. We also have individual talent all over the place. We have an amazing defense. Liverpool struggled to beat Messi in the first leg at the Camp Nou. Second leg, they stifled Messi, but then scored 4 goals. This game is really going to be about Barcelona's attack versus our defense, which is better, in my opinion, than their attack because they've struggled this season. It's also going to be a midfield battle. We're going to have to see De Jong with Busquets and also Riqui Puig and that new kid that's coming in, right? Puig, apparently that's his name. We're going to see a real midfield battle between Goretzka and Thiago. And I think Thiago and Goretzka by themselves could beat Barcelona's midfield. They could really maintain that dominance, and that's where the game would be won and lost. Because you can have Messi on your team sheet, but if your midfield isn't doing enough to get Messi the ball and to get him in the correct positions and to try and do things by themselves and create chances, and you're only just getting the ball to Messi, then Barcelona could really be exploited, right? Bayern as well. Here's one thing that, I noticed in that game. Callum Hudson-Odoi was getting a lot of space on Boateng's side. He didn't commit. Boateng, for me, maybe felt like he was too scared to get dribbled past. But I'd rather have you be right on Lionel Messi, be right on Callum Hudson-Odoi, than have something like that goal that he scored happen. I noticed. Hansi Flick said it himself. Push forward, commit. So Messi could really go out on that right-hand side, well, Barcelona's left-hand side, but our right-hand side, and try to do something through there because Alphonso Davies will have the recovery pace, and it's going to be a huge battle. Davies versus Lionel Messi. Youth, the future versus the past. That's what we're going to see. And I can't wait. We have I can't wait for the content that's coming over in the next few days. Just look out for it, right? We're going to have some very cool people come on the channel. Cool people with amazing channels, and I can't wait, especially because it's such a big game. I can't wait, man. All of you are going to be like, I'm mind blown, right? We're going to do combined 11s. We're going to do game previews. I can't wait to do that with other Barcelona channels and fans, right? One of my best friends is a Barcelona fan. God damn, I can't wait for him to get slapped up. Oh my goodness. He's getting slapped up. But seriously though, Barcelona are the team that we have to respect. Flick will understand that. Where is this black thing coming from? Does anyone else see that? Oh, I don't want to change. It's the old logo. You see that right there? The black thing. You can see the outline of the old logo. It's still there. I forgot to delete it. Actually, it's in this entire thing. God dang it. No one's seen that? Look, it's right there as well. I don't want to change it now. It's just funny. Well, look, Barcelona are a team, like I said, that have a threat in Lionel Messi. They have good players all over the place. but the cohesiveness of them as a team. Even against Napoli, a lot of my Barcelona friends were saying they didn't play that well and they didn't really do that much in the game. Napoli had more possession. Napoli got on them a little bit. The expected goals were higher for Napoli. Barcelona scored 2 goals. Messi's goal was brilliant, but then, they scored 3 actually. But then the first goal, Lenglet, I haven't watched the highlights, but I don't think that should have stood. And there we go. Gattuso is mad. That goal should not have stood. It shouldn't have stood. Gattuso is angry. He's angry. Very angry. He's cursing himself in Italiano. And I think, you know what? Is Davies injured? No, he's not injured. Davies had a little cramp. I think that was pretty much it, a cramp. But he came back on the pitch, so he's fine. We'll see. Bayern Munich beat Chelsea. People like to pretty much, the Chelsea fans, I don't know, your excuse is FC. Bayern have lost so many semifinals in the last 7 years. We don't make excuses anymore. We don't say we got unlucky. Well, people say Pep got unlucky. That's why he didn't win it at Bayern. But I think it's because he'd go into big games and overthink everything. But people always try to make excuses for their team. Stop making excuses. This is your worst loss ever in your entire club's history in a Champions League tie. That's your worst tie ever. That's your worst loss on aggregate. And you know what, Chelsea fans, you can try and make the excuses, try to, say, we had youth players. Kante was on that pitch. You told me he was better than our midfield. Yeah, a lot of Chelsea fans said Kante was better than all our midfielders. Well, I was expecting N'Golo Kate to take control of the midfield. It didn't happen. He took the N off N'Golo Kate. That's what he's been for the last 2 years. And you know what? He didn't do it. He didn't do what you expected him to do. Kovacic was supposedly better than Thiago. Some of you said that. And what did he do yesterday? Callum Hudson-Odoi was supposedly better than Mason Greenwood and all these other youngsters. What did he do yesterday? And you just have to look at it. Tammy Abraham was supposedly, in the beginning of the season, the next Robert Lewandowski. Didn't do that much. You have to pretty much just look at your team and understand that. It's fine to think, we were weak. We were also weak. We had 2 players that usually start for us that weren't starting. So now everything is about starters. And we didn't have Jorginho to control the midfield like he did in the first leg, and that's the thing. Bayern is a team on steroids, but I know Barcelona is going to be pour their hearts out. Yeah, right, that's the thing. Barcelona will play. It's really just Messi. Because Messi, since he's been captain, hasn't lifted the Champions League with Barcelona. This would be amazing if he did. But we're not a charity. I think Bayern will play that game with our hearts too. Robert Lewandowski has a point to prove. This guy spent an extra hour on the training ground just to prepare for the Chelsea game. Robert Lewandowski has a point to prove to the Ballon d'Or, to prove to everyone. He has a point to prove to his teammates and the faith that Bayern have given him over the years. Robert Lewandowski has a point to prove too. And I think Lionel Messi is an amazing player. He's going to have a huge say in the game. He's going to be a threat all over the place. But Barcelona are weak in so many departments. The midfield, they're poor. They're not cohesive. You have very good players coupled with weird coaching. That's where the problems arise. You have a very inexperienced coach, even though he's like 60 years old. He looks like an older version of Ernesto Valverde. But then you also have great players. So it's really going to be about the systems because both teams have very good players all over the place. You can bring on Dembele. You can bring on Griezmann, 120 million. And that's the thing. You can bring on Coutinho, super agent, double agent, man. And you can bring on all these players. You have an amazing bench, an amazing team. But it's really going to be about the tactics that Hansi Flick employs in this game. That's what's going to win us this game if we're going to try and win the tie. That's what's going to do it for us. The Robert Lewandowskis using their tactical knowledge to move in between the lines. I think the reason why Bayern could progress and are favorites to do so, I don't think we're 100% going to do it, but I'd say we're going to do it. Like, I'm confident in the team in order for them to do it. I don't care who we're playing. If we're crap, I'm confident we'll get through. I was confident we'd get through Liverpool. I mean, to be fair, we drew at Anfield, so I'd expect us to get through in that tie. But I'd be confident all the time. And one thing that I notice about our team is I don't think Barcelona can handle our physicality and our amazing pressing. I don't think that can happen. If you look at the way we press, didn't I say it? I said it to the City fans, the Chelsea fans. Watch what happens when Bayern Munich lose the ball. It's like we go nuts. It's like we get personally attacked. Our players start playing like somebody just punched their mama. That's what happens. Like when we lose the ball, like Robert Lewandowski just turns into like Usain Bolt. Like he's trying to chase it down. That's what happens. Physically, I don't think any team can deal with us. Even Liverpool. I don't think Liverpool can even deal with us playing a similar game to them. Liverpool are the only team that can be next to us when it comes to the energetic pressing. We do this for 90 minutes straight. And we got muscle. Oh man, Goretzka was pushing Kante around, and Kante ain't no weak boy. Kante has strength too, even though he's short. He has a great balance. But Goretzka was pushing Kante around. Thiago was winning headers against 6 foot tall Mason Mount. That's what's happening here. We got players jumping out of this earth. Speaking of Thiago, and this is a player that has a lot to prove too. And he's been linked to Liverpool and all these things. Bayern Munich won't have a summer sale. If Liverpool want Thiago, they're gonna have to pay a lot of money for him. And I'm thinking maybe 40 to 50 million. Bayern said the fees that are circulating in the media are a joke. So that tells me Bayern are looking for a lot of money for Thiago. Bayern won't have a summer sale. That's what Karl-Heinz Rummenigge just said. And it just gives me a little bit of hope. Because if Liverpool come in with like some 25 million, they ain't getting no Thiago this year. They can get him next year for free. But Bayern won't sell Thiago for less than the money. And, I don't know. That's what's happening, right? Bayern will not sell Thiago for less than maybe 40 million. I don't care what Liverpool think they are and how stingy their board is. Thiago is a brilliant player. He has the world-class ability. Did you see him against Chelsea yesterday? He was absolutely superb, spot on the entire 90 minutes. And you're going to tell me you're going to pull up with a 20 million bid for Thiago. Get out of here. I'd rather lose Thiago for free than for some less than 30 million fee. Get out. Rather lose him for free than less than 30 million. That's the truth for me. And Thiago will have a lot to prove, like I was saying. He's going to want to go into that game knowing Barcelona sold me. I'm going to have to kill them, right? And, we have players that have a lot to prove, right? Especially on the big stage, they've been criticized. Thiago has been criticized by ex-Bayern legends. Always getting the blame for games that he shouldn't be getting the blame for. Thiago's always getting the blame, right? But Thiago has so much to prove, and I think, you know what? And Lewandowski's always called disappearing in big games. And that's going to show up today. He's going to show up tomorrow and show Europe, not tomorrow. God damn, I wish it was tomorrow. Our team could just magically get 5 days rest in 2 days. But Thiago and Lewandowski and all these players have a lot to prove. Now, Muller winning the Champions League. Oh, Joachim Low will be in the mud for taking him out the national team. Because I don't care how old the player is. Olivier Giroud is like 34 or something right now. And he's still getting in that French national team, winning World Cups. Muller was taken out for no damn reason. And Marco Reus has been, promoted to be the leader. He can't do nothing. He couldn't lead a pack of freaking ants if he was an ant himself. And look, I just think a lot of our players have a lot to prove. Barcelona may have something to prove, but we have a manager that's better. We have a better system. We have things that we can do better than them, and that's the most important thing. They're now number 2 for us. Man City would be 1. But you know what I think? We have an advantage going into the City game if we get past Barcelona. Even if whichever team gets between us or whichever team gets through Barcelona versus Bayern, I think that's the team that wins the UCL. City are playing Lyon. Is Lyon a challenge? I wanted Barcelona to get through so bad. People were saying, I want Napoli. In my head I was like, Napoli would be cool, but I don't want to play some bum team. Man City are going to play, Lyon, and that's not going to be enough to keep them, in my opinion, in the rhythm that they're in, and they're going to maybe get complacent because Lyon isn't Barcelona. Barcelona have players that are extraordinary. Lionel Messi is one of the greatest players. He is the greatest player of all time. I don't care what anyone says. Cristiano, he can score hat-trick. Messi can dribble past an entire team, score a goal in however manner he pleases himself with. This guy is scoring against Liverpool and picking up 3 goals for Barcelona essentially by himself. And, of course, Barcelona go bottle it. But look, that is the battle. The battle is between Bayern Munich and Barcelona. Which team can come out on top? People like to say Man City. There's also a reason. why Barcelona and Man City aren't champions of their leagues. Man City have one of the most expensive squads of all time. Pep has spent 400 million on defenders alone. There's a reason why Man City didn't win the Premier League, despite spending all this money on defenders. We're going to see it. It's just up to Flick and the players and our players to exploit it effectively. Right? Man City struggle with long balls defensively. They don't know whether or not to play Fernandinho or John Stones or Eric Garcia. If you play Garcia, you're risking the experience of Fernandinho in defense. But Fernandinho versus Lewandowski, that's going to be a battle. That Lewandowski will win, because there's no way. Lewandowski is out here shoving Vision Company and throwing him around like a freaking balloon. And yeah, nah. Bayern haven't played against a big team in a while, not to say Chelsea. God dang. I guess we are the big team. That's the thing though. People always say Real Madrid get easy draws. That's technically because they're just so good. I mean, even Man City. Look at Man City in the Premier League. Whenever they get FA Cup draws or anything, people say, Man City's draw is so good. They get some easy draws. And I'm like, that's because they're going to pretty much win. They're going to win against 99% of the Premier League teams. So I don't know what you mean by Bayern haven't played a big team yet. I mean, yeah, to be fair, Chelsea isn't really a big team. They're a small team, right? And Spurs aren't a big team. They're a small team. And, Dortmund aren't a big team. Leipzig aren't a big team in the Champions League still. That's the thing. These teams aren't big teams. The big team, I don't know what the big team is. Because Man City ain't no big team either. Because they've never won a Champions League in their lifetime. And, yeah, I don't think they will in any of my lifetime. City will one day be crap again. That's the truth. They won't just continue doing this. One day something will happen. Their owners will get found to be weirdos or something. And they will get taken over. City won't be good forever. They won't keep buying players like this. It takes one manager hired to pretty much just mess it all up. And I think that's it. There's a reason why Bayern Munich are where they are and have been here for so long. It's because we are well run. Man City spending all these millions recklessly will eventually get to them. This game will be more like Messi versus Bayern instead of Barca versus Bayern. Yeah, you're not wrong, right? That midfield battle, that's where we're going to win all our Champions League games if we get to the final and win it and win the Champions League. It'll be our midfield, right? We've always never had this balance in the last 7 years where it's defensively so solid and the energy levels are high. Either we had too much creativity and too much attacking prowess in the midfield, or we just had too much defensive, impetus like Vidal, having those types of players. I think this midfield that we have is going to win us games. Right. Thiago and Goretzka, Kimmich and Goretzka, whatever our midfield combination is, it's going to win games. And is Barcelona's midfield going to win that midfield battle? I don't think so, but it could happen. If Barcelona win the midfield battle, they win the game. Because if you look at Liverpool, and I use Liverpool as an example because they're currently the champions of, Europe, right? They're the current champions until someone else takes the throne in about 2 weeks. Damn, that's so freaking short. Damn. Right. In 2 weeks, we'll know who the champions of Europe is, the new champions of Europe. How crazy is that, guys? In 2 weeks, we'll know who won the Champions League. Oh, man, that's crazy. Okay, well, more than 2 weeks, 18 days approximately, right? So, right, with just the teams and things that are happening, Liverpool, midfield-wise, beat Barcelona's midfield. That's how you win games. You have Henderson and Wijnaldum balling. Tolisso came on and scored a goal. That's dominating the midfield. Goretzka and Thiago had Kovacic and Kante on lockdown. They might as well just gone back to quarantine because that's what happened. That midfield battle was won, and that's where you get this. I guess Fati will play for Barcelona on the left wing. Bayern's attack will rip Barcelona's defense. Well, we mustn't say that in just so striking fashion, but we also have to be confident, right? Should we buy Odriozola? You know what? Okay, look, I actually, let's talk about Odriozola and Coutinho, because they're players that are coming from Real Madrid and Barcelona respectively. Odriozola came on and did a good job. I thought he did a good job, right? I don't think it warranted maybe taking Kimmich out and bringing him into the midfield, into the right back spot. You can't change this team. And actually, I'm going to talk about Thiago later on and how he could stay. Okay, so Odriozola did well. Coutinho did well when he came on. If Coutinho is out here dominating and coming off the bench, even starting some games and playing out of this world, playing better than Perisic too, more importantly. If Coutinho does that, and Barcelona can accept less than 40 million, which I think they will, because they're trying to get rid of him. Like, they don't want Coutinho back at Barca. There's 100% certainty that he will not play for Barcelona next season. If Coutinho can keep contributing and doing something for Bayern, Pavard is not back. He's wearing a cast. What do you mean he's back? Pavard didn't travel with the team either. So if Coutinho can do what we want him or thought he'd do in this Champions League campaign, Bayern Munich should do everything to keep Coutinho. Don't call me. Someone's just calling me. So if Bayern Munich and Coutinho, because look, Coutinho strikes me as a guy that he doesn't really need money. He strikes me as a guy that he just got to where he is through working hard, but I think he needs a stable environment. He knows for damn sure he doesn't want to go to no Everton, Arsenal. He knows he's better than that. What if Coutinho says, I'll take a pay cut, I'll make 10 million a year at Bayern, and Barcelona say, we'll accept 40 million, 35 million, 30 million. We should keep Coutinho. I think if he can help us in the Champions League campaign, that is. I think we should. I think Hansi Flick likes him, and I think he could be useful. He could also solve our attacking midfielder thing for the next few years and continue to be here with us, right? He could do it, and I don't see Odriozola though. Should we buy him? I don't think so. You know, I don't know. He doesn't excite me. Like, I think we just need a different youngster, someone that's, you know, doesn't get shoved around the ball like he's. I don't know about Odriozola, but he could still help us, and that's a fact. Every single player in that squad can help us in one way or the other. You know, Javi Martinez apparently is leaving, and I think we already pretty much acknowledged he's leaving. But he took a picture at the Allianz, and you know what? He could come on in a final where we're winning 1-0, 80th minute, and help us defend and be solid at the back for the next 10 minutes. That's what could happen. Javi Martinez, all these players. Tolisso, that's another one. Tolisso could stay. But Thiago, let's talk about Thiago. I have a new theory. I was thinking about this last night, okay? I was talking to myself about this. What if Thiago, because Thiago, when he got that injury, he wasn't linked to no Liverpool. In fact, we were talking about it. He was going to sign a new contract. Christian Falk said Thiago was going to sign a new contract. All these journalists said Thiago was signing a new contract. But then he got that injury, that surgery he had. That groin thing, was it a groin? I don't know. He got a surgery. And in between that, maybe he was seeing that Goretzka and Kimmich, dang, they're so solid, because there's no way he would have gotten in ahead of Goretzka or Kimmich in the lockdown. So he just felt like, you know what? It's my last year. I'm not going to be in the starting 11, am I? You know, I'm not going to really be on top like this. And it's me. I don't think Thiago had a dream when he was a kid to play for Liverpool. That's not what happened. He's not a Liverpool fan. We know he's a Barca fan. Like, we care. We know that for a fact. Well, what if Thiago felt like, I can't get into this team because he couldn't? Kimmich and Goretzka were way too freaking important for us, and getting into this rhythm of it would have been very difficult to break into our team. Then he thought to himself, well, what if I want a new challenge? And then he was like, okay, maybe I don't sign a new contract and see if a great team wants me. And Liverpool apparently maybe showed interest, and his agent maybe I don't know. But what if that's what happened? But now Pavard got injured, and Thiago was all of a sudden in the team, performing like a freaking goat. Kimmich is a right back, Goretzka. What if Thiago is like, I can see myself staying here and being here, and, you know, what if that's the case? You know, what if that's the case? I don't know, because you can't take Goretzka out this team right now. You know, what if, Thiago before lockdown was going to sign a new contract. During lockdown was going to sign a new contract. After lockdown was going to sign a new contract. Then an injury happened. Goretzka and Kimmich became a thing. They became the staple of our midfield. And maybe Thiago felt like, I can't get into this team. I should maybe look elsewhere because I want to keep playing at the top level in my career and be the best midfielder because I believe in my ability. But maybe I just can't get into this first team. And then this Pavard injury unfortunately happened, but that meant that Kimmich went back to right back. Thiago filled in midfield, and he played very well. Hansi Flick can't take Thiago out of that midfield now. He can't take Goretzka out anyways, and he won't take Kimmich out and put him back into the midfield for anyone else. So maybe Hansi Flick is thinking to himself now, I want to play with Thiago. And maybe Thiago would just go in his head like, oh, I'm in this team now. Unless I pick up an injury, I pretty much have my spot. And that's where we're at. And what if Thiago wins the UCL? I mean, every single one of Thiago's teammates wants him to stay. You don't think he would know that? I don't think he's getting texts from Manuel Neuer, who, him and Neuer have a weirdly good connection. They do this weird celebration. Him and Neuer are just fantastically good friends. What if Thiago, I don't think Neuer's texting Thiago like, where are you going? Stay. I don't think that's happening. But Thiago will understand, you're leaving a family. You've been here for 8 years. And it could convince him to stay, especially winning the UCL. I always say it. Who's number 1 on the ranking show? Messi's number 2. Well, no, this is just the opponent ranking. Messi pretty much is Barcelona FC. Messi FC, that's where Barcelona is right now. They rely on Messi. Right, Man City would be number 1, right? That's our number 1 opponent. So when we get to playing Man City, hopefully, we'll see what happens. Bayern fans are getting too cocky. Yeah, sure, we're the best team in the world. What do you want us to do? We need to get cocky to feel confident. Exactly. We've been cocky for the last 7 years. This year ain't changing nothing. Messi is Russell Westbrook. He's a stat stuffer. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I don't know what happens. Imagine Thiago didn't extend to push the team to win the UCL and then extends. 500 IQ move. Well, it's not like, we're Messi FC, right? It's not like that. I don't think we're that team, right, where a player has to see us do good to extend. No, we have to see a player do good for him to re-extend with us. It's kind of, we ain't that club where a player sees that we're going somewhere and then he really extends. But I do think Thiago is still able to stay. I don't think everything is made up. And also, with Karl-Heinz Rummenigge is saying pretty much that, hey, we won't have a summer sale here. Thiago won't just leave for some astronomically low fee. I think that's another way of Rummenigge saying, you know what? If Liverpool or whoever is in for Thiago doesn't pay up, we're not letting him leave for less than, we're not helping any team out. They can, Thiago can go for free and get his big old signing on fee next year, or he could sign a new contract, and Liverpool would risk Thiago potentially signing a new contract. And if Thiago wants Liverpool, I don't think Thiago is like, Liverpool's my dream club. No. But he maybe looks for a new challenge, and that's where we're at. And if you see, how many players go, I just won the Champions League, let's leave? And not many players can do that. And someone made a great point. You just did it. And, I don't think anyone can really say, hey, Bayern won the Champions League. Hey, yeah. Okay, let me leave now. I don't know. It could be a little bit weird. This year's game against Barca looks similar to the 2013 game. Except it's just one leg. But I understand what you're talking about, where but that Barcelona team was also still very good in 2013. Oh, they were good. They were amazing. We just destroyed their game plan. They had Iniesta. That was not close at all. That 2013 Barcelona team. Didn't they just win the treble in 2011 or something like that? Or was that Man United winning it in 2011? Well, that Barca team was crazy good. I don't know. CR7 did it with Man United. Well, CR7 went to his dream club, Real Madrid. I don't think Thiago was thinking to himself, Liverpool is my dream club. No, he's a Barca fan. We know that for a fact. He's La Masia through and through. And you know what? Thiago always said, I would see myself retiring at Bayern. Thiago said he'd see himself retiring at Bayern. And it's I don't know. Maybe keeping Coutinho could also play a huge part in that. Yeah, keeping Coutinho will definitely make Thiago stay. There's no doubt about it. And that's where I want Coutinho to perform, because he could convince that Bayern board to sign him. Because now we wouldn't need another winger. We would still need another winger. Now we just feel more comfortable in the attacking midfielder role. We wouldn't need an attacking midfielder. Coutinho would just be quality, man. Bringing him off the bench and him starting a few games is not that bad. And him only earning 10 million would be great for us, because we're still paying We're paying Jan Feet App like 5 million a year, so Coutinho can earn double his money, and I'm fine with that. Chelsea beat Bayern in their backyard. Embarrassing club. We have 5 UCLs. Until you get to more than 2 finals, we can start talking. Coutinho will sign with Tottenham. I don't think that will happen. Why would Coutinho want to go to Spurs to go play for Jose Mourinho? And Coutinho is crap. Look, his time at Bayern hasn't been that inspiring. But I think it would be great for him to... he'd just bring... he'd sell shirts, obviously. Coutinho would always sell shirts. Especially if he's playing well. People will always buy shirts. We can invest 40 million for other players. Maybe it's just me. But if he plays well... I didn't say let's keep him. But if he plays well, I don't see why we shouldn't try to keep... If he does what I hope he does in the UCL, and that's, bins out for us, that's it. Might be a good time, right? Sure, right? Bayern. Future Cam Mo Idhadarin. I think we talked about him in the alternatives video to Kai Havertz, and yeah, he could be it, right? Way cheaper, and that's one thing Bayern love doing. I think people are annoyed with Bayern. People just get so irritated and salty. Man United still haven't replaced Cristiano Ronaldo. They still haven't replaced Rio Ferdinand and all these players. And we took about... Actually, he still plays for us. We replaced Alaba so effortlessly. And it's a Bayern thing. We are... we have to appreciate how well run we are. As Bayern fans, we are the best run club in the world. We don't have a problem where we over-rely on one player. If Lewandowski leaves, people will be surprised how effortlessly we might replace him. They'll be like, but he was so good, but they just replaced him. Of course, replacing Lewandowski will take a few years. I mean, if you're buying a player who's 24, you need him to be like 26. And, it takes him a few years. But we replace players so effortless. By the way, let's get to 50 likes. Likes are free, right? The like button is free, right? And that's a great way to support the channel. But people get annoyed with Bayern because they look at how well we replace our players, how well we do these certain things. We replaced Ian Robin and Ribery, I'd say maybe too late. We kept them way too late, maybe 2 years too much, but we replaced them now. Sané is going to be added to this team, by the way. People are forgetting that. Leroy Sané will be added to this team. If Bayern don't win the UCL this year, we have to do it next year with Leroy Sané. Will Pavard be ready for Barcelona? I don't know. Why? What? Pavard's still in Munich. He didn't travel with the team, guys. Or did he? I swear Pavard is still in Munich. I swear. Nah. Pavard is still getting treatment, right? Or did something change that I don't know about? I don't know. Why is everyone saying Pavard still in... Pavard didn't travel, right? A Kimmich for the midfield. No, not at the moment with Goretzka. Maybe I just love Leon Goretzka too much. Goretzka's doing amazing. He's world class. No, Pavard stayed. Hold on. Yes, Pavard is not traveling to Munich. Unless then Hansi Flick believes in his recovery. But even if Pavard is fit, I don't think you tell Thiago or Goretzka that, hey, Kimmich is coming back in. And take Kimmich out of right back. You saw that game. Goretzka would go to right back a lot. Whenever I'm trying to search this. Did Pavard travel? Because there's a big squad named. He's still going to be in the squad, obviously. Yeah. He's always going to be in the squad. You don't drop a player just because they're injured. Like Niklas Süle was still in our squad for the Champions League despite him being injured. And he was still in our Bundesliga squad. He was still in all these things. He was always going to be in it. But that's how it works. You just put him in and hope they recover in time. Like Niklas Süle wouldn't have featured in any Champions League games because of his injury and his recovery process. It took longer than necessary. But he was still in our Champions League squad. And that's how it is, right? You don't just drop them out unless you know that for a fact they won't return. So Pavard could return for the Champions League. I don't know if Flick would change the midfield though of Thiago and Goretzka. I just don't know. Kimmich might just have to take one for the team for the entire campaign and stay there. It could convince Thiago to stay too. So I don't know. Maybe all German final. I hope that Leipzig do it. By the way, subscribe to the Raw Skills channel. That's where we'll be doing the. Unless you want me to do it on this channel. Nah, this channel is a Bayern Munich fan channel. We can't be sacrificing it. Raw Skills just reached 100 subscribers. We'll start making content about other teams. I will post videos about other teams. Right, that's the Raw Skills channel. Subscribe to that. That's where I'll be doing the watch along for Leipzig, PSG, and all these other teams. Seeing what happens. That's what football's about. That's what the channel is about. It actually has Messi from like 2015 or 2014 in there, and it has Robin, because Robin and Messi were my favorite players. Robin and Messi. I think Robin for me is the greatest player I've ever seen play. This guy excites me. Like, Ian Robben gets on the ball and I get excited. That's why I'm pretty much gonna support the Netherlands national team, La Orange. I'm gonna support them. Orange. I'm gonna support them for the Euros. Yeah. Let's just say when Messi didn't win with Argentina, I was a little bit irritated in 2014. Well, actually, nah. I hated the fact that Germany. I still hate it. I don't care if Bayern players were in there. Nah, Messi should have won it. He grinds a bottler. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, because I'm a big Messi fan. I just appreciate greatness. And back then, when Argentina beat the Netherlands, or was it Germany that? I wanted Argentina to win, and the Netherlands, but it didn't happen, and I was annoyed that Germany won it. I'm supporting France. Their third squad can still win it. Yeah, France is a great team. George, go to Bayern Instagram. They announced the players. No, that's just the Champions League squad for the rest of the tournament in Lisbon. Pavard's in there. Zirkzee's in there. Yeah, he wasn't in the squad. You can have a squad. That's like, 23 or 24 players or 25? You can have players. Some of these players aren't even going to be on the bench. They're just in there for reasons unknown to us. Why do I have a feeling that one of our players would get a red card? Like a flat out red. Please don't. Right, Robert Lewandowski is also just 5 goals away from Raul and his all-time goal scoring record. Lewandowski could actually break. He needs 4 goals and he will break Cristiano Ronaldo's record. Robert Lewandowski joins Lionel Messi and Ronaldo in the Champions League in a single season for goal contributions. 17, he joins Messi and Ronaldo for getting 17 plus. This guy still has potentially 3 games left. He has 240 minutes, 200 and whatever minutes. 90 plus 90 is 180, plus that's 270. 270 minutes Robert Lewandowski has to potentially break. If he scores 1 goal a game, he could break it. Oh my goodness. Okay, if he scores, hopefully we get to the final. That's the hope. Hopefully we get to the final. And I think we have a great chance just winning it. I think we're favorites for a reason. And if there's any team that can perform under the pressure of being favorites flat out, it's Bayern. We're favorites for the Bundesliga every year, yet we never get complacent. But if you look at Robert Lewandowski, if he scores a hat trick against Barca, well, he will break the record. Yeah, but if he scores a brace, he could get closer to it than ever. Robert Lewandowski is in the form of his life. You don't think he's thinking to himself, I wanna bag a few goals against PK. And if he does it in less games, people have to call him one of the GOATs of the Champions League, because this guy is in the all-time scorers, and that's not easy to do. He's past Thierry Henry, who was his favorite player growing up, man. The record is 17 goals, not 26. I don't think I said 26. Yeah, Lewandowski will be world class for the next 4 seasons. I don't think this guy will slow down. He's 31. He's going to turn 32. He could potentially win the UCL a day after he turns 32. Lewandowski ain't slowing down. This guy's body is weirdly... I think players are starting to get older and better. Or not. I think the decline rate is now 35 years old. Yeah, that's it. It's starting to be like that. Neuer's still world class again. I mean, he made a little error, but that's probably his first mistake this season in the Champions League. At least he took it against a crap team like Chelsea, with a bunch of crap players and a crap manager. But Robert Lewandowski, he's gonna be world class until he's 35. I don't know if he could slow down. people will be saying, "Oh my goodness, Robert Lewandowski, he's always scoring." Because how does Lewandowski slow down? Unless he gets a career-ending injury, then yeah, of course. But this guy don't get injured. Don't jinx it. You know, jinx protector with the stake sign. Yep, that's what we say. Hopefully he doesn't get injured. And he can just continue and stay on top of his form. You know, and... What? Goretzka? Robert Lewandowski didn't do any running. What? In training for Chelsea game. He's a phenomenal... What the hell? What did Goretzka say? Goretzka just said Robert Lewandowski didn't do any running in training for the Chelsea game. Nah. So he's gonna run for the Barca game? Oh, so he's gonna be even better? You know, the Champions League is harder to win without fans because the pressure is so much, you know, it's just about you. Talk about Messi versus Davies. I won't talk about that because I'll probably just say, oh, Davies will pocket Messi, but that's not what I actually believe. I think Messi will have a great game, but we need our players to have a better game. You know, there's really no destroying Messi, is there? If Bayern wins the UCL, there'll be 7 academy players under 20 years old and Cousins who win the UCL and get the UCL medal. Y'all get these crazy stats from somewhere. Like, I bet you jack off to these stats at night. Where are you getting this stat from? Under 20 years, I mean, that's stats. I mean, it's a good stat. It's a good stat. That's good. Look, Messi will will play well, and you just have to appreciate Lionel Messi. I think Messi is like a level above everyone. I don't care what anyone says about Cristiano Ronaldo. Why are these random people calling me? I swear. Wait, don't stop calling me, man. I'm busy. All right. Well, I think overall we'll do the preview for the Barca game when the time comes. I can't wait to bring out content with other Barcelona channels. It's gonna be sick this next week. Just, you know, be excited for the content that's coming. Combined 11s with other people, not just me. Right? It's gonna be brilliant, and I think I can't wait. Right? We have a few good channel, great people, and I can't wait to bring them on and we discuss the game. You know, some people are deluded and some people aren't, and I love that. That's what football is about, and I can't wait for the game. But look, 5 days from now, Bayern will be playing Barcelona. We'll be live tomorrow talking about the various things, and you know, I don't think we should be talking about transfers, but we will be talking about transfers, right? That's what usually is important, but I don't really care. Well, we won't talk about no transfers. There'll be different topics, and I can't wait. I'll be doing a video about how Bayern beat Chelsea, and it's going to be tactical. It's going to be a tactical analysis. Me loves it very muchas, right? I love it very much. But thank you everyone so much for watching. Lewandowski out. No, Mia San Mia, and peace.